Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Rio Julianto with NIM 17016200067. On this occasion, I will present my research proposal entitled Effect of a Parent's Potential and Economic Social Status on the Interest of Continuing College Education. There are three discussions that will be discussed from Chapter 1, Chapter 2, and Chapter 3. In Chapter 1, I will discuss background, problem formulation, research objective, and benefit of research. In Chapter 2, I will discuss relevant research theory, thinking framework, and research hypothesis. In Chapter 3, I will discuss time and place of research design, population and sample, data collection technique, and data analysis technique. First, the background of the problem. The background of this research from a problem is that competition in the world of work is getting tighter. Therefore, high school graduates need to have quality knowledge and potential in order to compete in the world of work. To develop knowledge and potential, one of the ways that can be taken is by getting the highest education possible, one of which is by continuing education to college. But unfortunately, the current gross enrollment rate in higher education, especially in DKI Jakarta, is still below 50%. This is state-based data from Badan Pusat Statistik. Gross enrollment rate is the ratio between the number of people who are still in school at a certain level of education regardless of age. The table shows that in the year 2021, the province of Jakarta amounted to 40.05%. In 2022, the province of Jakarta experienced a slight increase of 39.56%. In 2023, the province of Jakarta experienced a slight increase, but the figure was still the same as in the year 2021 of 40.05%. If we look from the year 2021 to 2023, the figure is still below 50%, meaning that there are still many students who do not have an interest in continuing their education to college because of several factors. Then another problem is about the social economy of his parents. The coordinating ministry for Human Development and Culture said that there are approximately 1.9 million people who cannot afford to continue their education to higher education because they are concentrated by the cost of enrolling in college. Based on the existing background, I am interested in taking the research title, namely Effect of a Parent's Potential and Economic Social Status on the Interest of Continuing College Education. Furthermore, the formulation of problem and research objective. There are three problem formulation. First, do self potential affect the interest in continuing education to college in the 12th grade of public high school 41 Jakarta? The second, does the social economic status of parents affect the interest in continuing education to college in the 12th grade of public high school 41 Jakarta? Third, does the influence of self-potential and parents' economic status affect the interest in continuing education to college in the 12th grade of public high school 41 Jakarta? Then there are three research objectives. The first, to analyze the effect of self-potential on interest in continuing education college in the 12th grade of public High School 41 Jakarta. The second, to analyze the effect of parents' socio-economic status on interest in continuing education to college in the 12th grade of Public High School 41 Jakarta. Third, to analyze the effect of self-potential and parent social economic status on the interest in continuing education to college in the 12th grade of Public High School 41 Jakarta. Furthermore, the benefits of research are divided into two, namely theoretical benefit and practical benefit. The first theoretical benefit is that this research is expected to contribute ideas in the field of education regarding the factor that influence student interest in continuing their education to college. The second, this research can be used as a reference and considering for further research. Then practical benefits, which are divided into three. The first, for research. Research is useful for adding insight and knowledge, especially student interest in continuing education to college. In addition, research will also get valuable opportunities in this research process, which will be an experience in itself. The second is for the school. This research brings benefit to school, namely providing information and input related to interest in continuing education to college. Third, for Jakarta State University. This research can be used as a reference for further research and also as library material to add to the library treasury. Furthermore, the theory used in this study used the theory of planned behavior introduced by Fishbein and Edison in 1975. This theory assumes that behavior is determined by an individual desire to do it or not. In other words, behavioral interest will determine behavior. Furthermore, there are two relevant studies. The first is Sari Wahyuni 2023, entitled The Effect of Parent Economic Status and Self-Potential on High School Student Interest in Continuing to College. The result of the analysis proved that the variable of parents' economic status and self-potential simultaneously have a significant effect on student interest in public high school in Ogan Komering Ilir, Regency in continuing to college. The contribution of the parents' economic status variable and the self-potential variable partially and simultaneously affect the interest variable of public high school student in Ogan Komering Ilir, Regency significant, while the contribute of other variables that were not examined was 61%. The second is Erwananda 2021, entitled The Effect of Self-Efficacy, Social-Economic Parents, and Learning Motivation on Interest in Continuing Higher Education. The results showed that each variable had an influence on interest in continuing higher education, so it can be cited if the higher the socio-economic self-efficacy of parents and learning motivation, the higher the interest in continuing to higher education. Furthermore, the framework, the first variable is self-potential with 4 indicators, namely psychomotoric, intelligent quotient, emotional quotient, spiritual quotient. The second variable is social-economic status with 3 indicators, namely parents' education level, type employment, and income level. The third variable is interest in continuing education with 4 indicators, namely concentration of attention, interest, the present of feelings of pleasure, and the desire to achieve goals. Furthermore, the research hypothesis. First hypothesis, there is a positive influence between self-potential and interest in continuing education to higher education. The second hypothesis, there is a positive influence between the socioeconomic status of parents with interest in continuing education to higher education. The third hypothesis, there is a simultaneous influence between self-potential and socio-economic status of parents with interest in continuing education to higher education. For the research methodology, the first time and place the research was conducted at SMAN 41 Jakarta, which is located at Jalan Laksamana R.E. Marta Dinata, RT 17 RW 3 Tanjung Priuk, North Jakarta, DKI Jakarta. The time period required is from March to April 2024. The second research design. This research used quantitative methods. The data collection technique used was a questionnaire. The questionnaire is used a tool to capture data from respondents who will previously test its validity and reliability. The third population. The population in this study were all students at SMAN 41 Jakarta, with an affordable population of all 12 grade students totaling 214 students. The fourth sampling technique. The sampling technique in this study was proportional random sampling in determining the number of samples using the formula from Taro Yamane with an error ratio of 1%, and the number of samples obtained was 60x respondent. Furthermore, data analysis techniques are divided into three. The first is data quality test, namely the validity test and reliability test. The second is the analysis prerequisite test, namely the normality test and linearity test. The third is hypothesis test, namely test F or simultaneous test, test D or partial test, and test coefficient of determination. Then the data collection technique uses primary data. The data collection technique uses a questionnaire. The questionnaire is one of the methods used to collect data by giving written question to respondent. This is all from me. Thank you for attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.